Hey, how's it going? Dan Mayo here. This is RuMayoNation. I cannot for the life of me work out if I'm on the piss or not.
I'm gonna pee. QRX, I'm gonna pee.
But anyway, how's it going? Date of recording, Monday the 29th of September. I've got a gimmick drink. It's semi-diabolical, just because it's 10:30 in the morning. I want to record earlier on a Monday, but before I know it, I've done a few bits, and then it's 10:30, and I've got like an hour and a half to pick up my daughter, which should be plenty. I need to grease this. I want one of them ones that's not like a low one. They're so expensive, man. Like, I see the ones that are now well popular with all the sort of big podcasters who do the sort of solo gig, and like, it's like and you look at it, it's like, I can't remember what it's even fucking called now, like what brand it is, but it's so expensive. Like, when you kind of go like, for fucking what? Bingo. We're not going there. Had some correspondence, by the way. Oh my god, Heart Tears got in touch. My boy Fabrice Mwamba. So inappropriate. Now, Fabrice Mwamba, for those who won't remember, he had a heart attack on the fucking football pitch playing against Spurs. He was an Arsenal lad, so I don't want, like, if Fabrice is ever listening, and he might be, because it seems like everyone I fucking talk about inevitably gets in touch, and I like it, but it does make me a bit scared. Like, my mate Spaffins, I mentioned, he sort of tried to correct his chronic heart issue with a crack across the shoulder blades of a dinner tray. Like, he got in touch. I can't remember what he even said, actually. Hang about. Because, I was sitting there thinking...
And you're sitting there thinking...
As I was, like, watching it with my wife, like, I forced her to watch it, like, Kim Jong-un. And I get a random message the next day, and it just said... Heart tears, laughing emojis. Ha ha ha! I completely forgot about the dinner tray. Didn't realise he might have caught a bit of the back of his head, so he's completely lost all memory of it. By the way, more correspondence as well. Fucking, and I need to clear my name, because there's some heinous rumours going around about me getting my arse out at a school open evening. We'll get to that. These what do you even call it? Like a podcast mic arm stand thing. But, like, so you get these standard, like, bar ones, but there's these ones that are a bit chunky, and they're kind of just, they clasp onto the bottom of the table instead. That's all that. Oh, hang on. That's actually not... I mean, I've got no fucking money, but I found, like, a cheap-ish version. Oh, that might do the job, you know. Okay. Oh, shut up, then. But there's one that was, like, I think it was, like, 400-odd quid. Maybe more. And I'm for an arm for the microphone? What the fuck's wrong with people? I guess they've just got fuck you money, innit? But yeah, I'll get to clear my name in a second. What I'll do is, as always, I'll get to the gimmick in a sec. I'll give you the plan, and then you can find out how much I deviate. Most of it's going to be ranting just about one day, and that was yesterday. Digital ID, we're going to talk about that as well. I watched the I Know What You Did Last Summer, like, reboot. And yeah, I don't... Bed Bath and Beyond, I don't know if I'll have time. Will we get into the prostitute card in the back of my phone? Maybe. Will I get to bestiality? Probably not. But first, the gimmick, and also with another, like, bit of, like, correspondence, I guess, and that is, like, got my gimmick goblet, obviously. Big booty. But, like, look at this. Like, I think it originally was supposed to be like a little fun cock sleeve, but it's too big for my penis. We all know is the same size as a pen. No, this is one of my listeners, James, made me this, which is delightful. He does crocheting while simultaneously telling me he doesn't have time to do anything, which is somewhat of an oxymoron. But anyway, let's get into the gimmick. It's cool though. I like it. It fits the aesthetics of my gimmick goblet as well. So this is Dark Thunder, and I bought this from Aldi in the food shop last week, and it was just a single one cracked out of a 4-pack, so a bit of a faff to pay for it, and I wanted it to be a bit more smooth than that, because these are age checked, didn't they? I think it's just going to be box stand. Okay, I think it's is it their version of the White Monster? It don't compete. Oh, they've not really... Dark Thunder, White Monster. They've not been close enough in it, because I like it. Their snides are so fucking good, like, whatever they call wagon wheels, fucking, like, stagecoach rounds or whatever the fuck. Yeah, it's fine. It's no... I've just realised I've committed a cardinal sin as well. the gimmick goblet is just sat there like my Breville maker, my fucking smooth maker broke this morning. Just fucking Triple H all over the place there. Oh, that's annoying as well. We'll get into that. But yeah, hang on. Marker action. Now, do you know what? We're honest on this show, so I could just cut that and you'd never have known. Watch, I'll pretend as if I've done that. Okay, we'll give this a try. For the first time. And this is the first time. Oh, it's trying to be White Monster. Dark Thunder, White Monster. I like their snides, but you know, what do they call wagon wheels? I don't know. Fucking no. Right, okay. Yeah, fine. It's not that good. TBH. But it's fine. Also, I've got to work on the focus. I've not fixed it on the camera. But yeah, we're okay with the focus, but if I move things too far in, it's because this is actually like a vlogger's camera. Like, you can get like a stick that it goes on. Again, it's about 90 quid where you can press it and record and all that sort of shit. But I use it as a stationary camera because it was one that was in my price range. Okay, how did I afford this? Well, I was fortunate enough to have someone crash into the back of my car. So, you know, I had the good fortune, I had the lovely luck of getting, and do you know what, poor bloke, it weren't even his fault. Like, because I just slammed on the brakes. I saw him coming. So, I need to squeak. No, I don't need to squeak it. It's already squeaked. Scratch that, reverse it. Like, it was right, okay. Public service announcement. When you hear, whoop, whoop, it's the sound of the police or an ambulance or whatever. You are more helpful to them by making appropriate maneuvers to give them space to get through than you just slamming on the fucking brakes yourself, causing another accident that they'll need to send another ambulance. Because where does that end? Do you know what I mean? Like an ambulance on the way, and then because it's trying to get through this narrow, someone slams on the brakes, they crash, so you have to dispatch another ambulance. But then while that's on the way to that crash, crashception, ambulanceception, ambulam.
Damn ambulam.
But yeah, so. This was quite a wide stretch. It was the A422, maybe? Doesn't matter. That's my wife, who exists, Dad, my father-in-law, I guess. Like, he's one of them where if you mention a journey, he wants to know the roads you used, and it's like, hey, I don't know. And my mum does it, to be fair, as well. My mum does it too. She's like, oh, so yeah, if you take, I put it in the sat-nav, man. Like, my mum, she, like, for a little while there was handwriting the directions to, like, where she's, I'm like, Mum, get an app on your phone. Like, that's what it's, and she just spins out, oh no, it sends me, like, she was coming to look after Libertine, and she had to leave well early because they're going to, quote, close some roads around where she lives. She lives in Chelmsford, and there was, like, some music stuff going on. And it's like, Mum, I don't think they're going to close every road, and also you're coming out. It's probably going to affect more people going in to Chelmsford. But yeah, if there's any change to her sat-nav, it's like, I just can't cope. But yeah, wants to know the road. Oh, did you take that? I don't know. What I do is I put my postcode that I'm going to in the phone. The phone then tells me where to go. I blindly follow. And you get people to go, oh, well, you'd be no good if there was no internet. But there is internet, so shut the fuck up. What good's that? Oh, well, you'd be no good if you had to ride a horse to work. Yeah, luckily, there's a thing called cars, mate. I ain't gonna fucking worry about it. I'm also probably gonna be fine if polio was to fucking break out again. Jesus Christ. Can't go, well, you'd be fucking useless if you had to make fire with fucking sticks. Yeah, luckily, I've got a fucking air fryer, so it doesn't really matter. Well, if one day that packs up, yeah, it might do, like my Breville maker, and I don't want to fucking talk about it. What was I talking about? Road, yeah, it's quite a wide stretch. Weren't planning on talking about this. Was it in the notes? Was it? No. But quite a wide road. And the ambulance is coming the other way. Loads of room for it to pass. One of them ones where it's like a road where you can get away with overtaking without even having to worry about there being oncoming traffic. We're talking that amount of width, right? But then this ambulance coming through, there's no real reason for anyone on our lane to do anything different than what they're currently doing, which is making steady progress up the road. The fucker in front of me just slams on. So then I slam on. I've got the reactions of a cat, so there's no problem. I stop in time. The old fella behind me, not so much. Whack, right into my back. Spinal. And yeah, and then like it fucks me a little bit. Like I was fine, but then, and I knew nothing about this compensation. You see the mad videos anyway, people just slam the brakes, then like reverse into the car behind them. Then they realise they've got a dash cam, and they're like fucking all of a sudden be giving it all of this. But like, just sort my hair out. For those listening, I have like luscious locks. If you're watching, then shut up. 40% optional, and yeah, like. he couldn't have stopped in time, and he crashed it. And yeah, but I'll tell you what as well, because I was in my wife's cash car, and do you know what as well? I was on my way to the bank to try and get a loan to fucking pay my balloon payment for my car. And then I got whacked into, no longer needed the loan. No, I did still need the loan. But yeah, hit into the back of me. And then, like, obviously I drove home in my wife's, at the time, cash car. And then she was like, "You all right?" I was like, "Yeah, I just got in a car crash." And she just ran right past me to check the car. Ha! Oh my God. Do you know what I mean? Red flag. Where's that dude that runs with the big red flags? Red flag, man. She goes, "Okay." I'm like, "I'm fine, by the way." She's like, "Oh, yeah." That's unbelievable, isn't it? That is unbelievable. Unbelievable. But yeah, so, and the car was mostly fine. There's a bit of a ding in the back. And yeah, and then, I don't know, then the insurance were like, "And, you know, are you hurt?" And I was like, "No, I wouldn't say I'm hurt. Don't you have any sort of soreness or stiffness in your neck?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but I took a Viagra, it got stuck in my throat, I had a stiff neck for hours." "Oh, thank you." I was like, "Yeah, no, I guess a little bit, yeah." And like, "What if you turn left to right?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, it's a bit tight." They're like, "Yeah, that's whiplash." And I'm like, "Well, that's whiplash." And I'm like, okay." And they're like, "We can claim on that. Do you want to claim on that?" And I'm like, I guess so." They're like, "We can get you like sort of, you know, probably £3,500–4,000 maybe." I'm like, "Oh, definitely then." Like, and I know that's probably didn't help the dude's premium, but this geezer was about 86. So you kind of go like, he's probably paying about 10p a year anyway. And he hurt his wrist a little bit. It's just quite a nasty bang. And like I say, when I got out, and like, that's why when I got out of the car, he was like an old dude, man. And he got out and he's like, "Oh, are you okay, son?" Oh, he's adorable. He's in a suit, but blatantly, you know, why? Just because, I suppose. And that, do I like or not like that? It is weird if they were like a builder all their life, then start wearing a suit from like 60 onwards. It is bizarre, isn't it? But "Are you all right, son?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm all right. Are you all right, mate?" And he's like, "Yeah, I've hurt my wrist a little bit." I'm like, "Oh, Jesus." And then I'm thinking like, "Oh, shit, he could go into like shock, whatever the fuck." I've seen Casualty. Do you know what I mean? Probably earlier on, he was just rollerblading along like a glass roof just without a care in the world. And you know something's going to go wrong. But then, yeah, I kind of felt a bit outwards on him. But then equally, like, yeah, then I had to go and do like the insurance paid for like me to have these massages. And I hate that shit so much. But it did help, to be fair. What was weird is my position in the waiting bit, because it was in a gym, and I sat there thinking, waiting for my like massage, like all up in this business.
They want to do some business.
What sort of business?
Sex.
And then they're doing it like, "Oh, it does feel really hot," and I'm like, "Yeah, thanks, will work out." But like, no, I didn't at that point. Still, some would say I don't really now, but I'd say I do. Didn't go on Saturday though. Oh, I just could be fucked. But like, it happens, right? Life's about balance. God. But then yeah, where you'd sit to wait, with like 2 seats, you were sat right in front of the machine. You know, the one where like they open their legs out and push their legs together. They were just there, just in front of you. So you sort of just sat there while someone sat in front of you going like, and then something else was stiff. Do you know what I mean, masseuse? Hey. I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, I don't know why I was telling that story. It's because like that's how and then like, so then yeah, I got a bit of money, and then I was able to this was a couple of years later because it just sat in my savings, and then I was needed some gear, so I was like, okay, fuck it, I wanted to go all in on this podcast. I'd had the idea, but the gear I had just weren't that good. It doesn't have to be great, don't get me wrong, but like it has to be a bit better than what I had. I'm bad enough at the editing, I needed the tech to at least be sharp, so I got my computer and my camera, and now I'm here, so we can all agree it was worth it in the end. Fucking hell. But anyway, right. Do you remember a time when Sundays were your own, or any part of your day was yours to do with what you want? Yeah, me neither. Fucking hell. Yesterday, can't sing the whole way through. By the way, why did Gareth Gates not just sing when he answered the questions when he was on Pop Idol? Because you know he had like that bad one. And he did all right for himself, lost his virginity to Katie Price, which in them days was like elite. Now it'd be something from a fucking horror story. But like, why did he not just sing the answers? I can never work that out. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But like, oh my God, honestly, I think this is another symptom of the crash, to be honest. Did you hit your head? Yeah, quite hard. Oh, that was it. Me not singing everything I'm fucking telling you. Like, oh man, do you know what it is? What it is we've made some bad decisions, me and my accomplice, my wife. And one of them was getting like, so I have 2 stepkids, my wife's children, and I came along when they were 3, which is my daughter's age now, which is cool because they don't remember a time before me. So it kind of feels like, you know, if you're ever going to be close enough as a step parent to a parent, I've accomplished it without having to deal with bullshit babies that aren't yours. Do you know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, hang a fucking pay. If they were any younger, then it probably just... That's weird, isn't it? Because if they were any younger, I don't think our relationship is a thing. I don't think I'm sat here right now and, you know, I'd have someone who cared about me more than their car. I'd have someone that cared more about me than their cash kai. But yeah, that is weird because I think like there's a certain age, like even a couple of my mates were going like, are you sure about this? Like she's got 2 kids. That's quite a lot. They're like twins. And I'm like, yeah, but I like her, and like they're good, like they're a good laugh. They're at a good age, right? So just sort of play with them. That a bit stroppy and that, but equally, it weren't really my problem. Again, when we first started seeing each other, it weren't like all in straight away. I weren't living with her or whatever. So for the first year or 2, because we'd move in quite quickly, because I was living in a flat, which just I needed to elevate my lifestyle slightly, and not the way that my neighbour, his kid was like started like spending his Halfords wages on like Gucci belts and Pringles, and then when challenged on it being like you're supposed to save money up for your uni that you're about to attend, he said I'm just elevating my lifestyle, which I still find fucking hilarious. But like yeah, and my wife was like, look, my now wife was like, you know, you're here all the time, like you're paying rent there, like what are we doing? Like, do you want to just move in? And I'm like, yeah, you got central heating, that's fucking incredible. You control your own heating, that's mad, because I didn't. And once upon a time, my landlord / mate's dad and him fucked off on holiday to go skiing. I maintained I was colder than they were. It's fucking ridiculous. But yeah, so then I moved in when they were maybe like, I don't know, 4 and a bit. But they often go, oh, you know, where were you when I was a baby? They don't remember sort of pre-me. So yeah, I did go quite young, but they weren't babies. And he said, my mates were like, are you sure about all that? And I'm like, yeah, like, and I think I took it by stride pretty well. When I stop and take stock now, I think I was like 26 when I sort of took that on, 26, 27, which is crazy young to take on twins, by the way. I know not by old standards where you'd have kids like 18, but like, also I was a fucking idiot. I could barely sort my own shit out, still haven't. But yeah, the mistake we made was getting them to an age where they were, I mean, still in no way taking care of themselves, fuck me, but like, you could have a morning and then go, should we have a baby? And then it's like, it just restarts the difficulty. I saw someone talk about that on a podcast, but it's true, it just resets the difficulty again, it just starts it again. It's not that you lose time because you ain't got any time anyway. But do you know what it is? Well, you have a baby and you think, it must get easier when they stop being quite so needy. I'm doing the doctor's eyes closed thing because it's important.
Megan.
But then, no, the needs just change.
The different needs.
Because they just get older, but then they need more shit. It doesn't get easier, it just gets different. And then I just had that moment yesterday where I realised none of my time is my own. Like, what the fuck even is a weekend? What is a Sunday? The cheek of it as well on Saturday night. For fucking Ben to be like, oh, is there ever a morning where we don't have to wake up for something? Fuck off, mate. Like, fuck off. I know he's sat there at school right now probably doing shit all. Some would argue I'm doing the same right now, fine. But like, yeah, woke up and it's like, okay, so wake up. Because obviously daughter wakes up and it's like, oh, okay, fuck, right, okay, right, what we've got to do today? Okay, well, the boys have got football and I'm the coach for their team. So it's a home game, so we need to set that up. So out the door about 8 o'clock, obviously dealing with my daughter from about 7, out the door from 8 o'clock. And then it's like, right, okay, I've got to go to the centre where all the gear is, which isn't where the pitch is anymore because they've knocked down the store cupboard there for some reason, which is really annoying. Lug fucking corner flags, the referee respect lines, you've got to put like posts and rope along like a certain distance from the pitch so there's no sort of hooly behaviour against the referee, which there isn't at this level, but you need to have it, it's an FA thing. Lug all that over it. By the way, it's pissing down with rain. Just get the big 11-a-side goals out that we've now upgraded to, which our keeper, bless her, she's great and will smash anyone in a 1v1. Fearless, but now the goal is like, I mean, it's 2 postcodes for her. Like, seriously. Like, she could do a sponsored walk to get from one post to the other. Lug all that out, obviously, managed the game. We narrowly lost 2-1. Dubious goal made the difference as well, but again, the referee's young, he's going to make errors just like players will, fine. But then obviously all the parents go home, it's still pissing down, so we've got to lug all the goals back, take the corner flags up, and, you know, walk all that back over to the centre where it's all being stored, and then get all the fucking footballs and bibs and stuff to the car, and it's obviously soaking wet. Get all that in, get the 2 twins in, they're all muddy and soaking wet as my car's obviously fucking rancid now. Drive home, And then I get home and my wife's parked in a way that's just basically blocking off my space. So I'm like, okay, fine. Going on, you parking like that just to be a dick? Or, oh, I didn't realise you were back before I left. I was about to take like libertine swimming. Do you want to come? And I'm like, oh. I see her in the bath most evenings. Is it not more or less the same? But I never get a chance to go. And it's like one of the things where you go like, okay, the answer could, like, to be very clear, I know this. Like the answer could have been no. And my wife would have been like, yeah, that's fine. Like, fine, I get it. But it's kind of one of them ones where it's like, fucking liar, liar. Like, do you want to come? Yes! No!
No! Then you're here? Yes!
Literally, do you want to come? Yes! You sure you don't want to stay here and get warm? No! But then, like, yeah, okay, fuck it, fine. Fuck it, do it live! So then, get in the car, go watch my daughter have a big bath. And that's, again, fine. But then while I'm there, I'm fucking have to like, log the score of the game. And you've got to do like marks for the referee and like, the opposition, all that sort of shit. There's a lot of admin to it, right? I never knew that when I started taking up the coaching side of things. When it's because I took them training. Because we had to find a team that just fit perfectly, where the training was the right day, the games were the right day, because of like lack of flexibility elsewhere. And when I was there, I was just like, this just isn't good. Like, this isn't coaching. No one's developing here. This is just... So I offered to help out, and then the worst thing you can do is display any kind of competency, because then you will just find your workload going whoosh. Then all of a sudden I just took over and I realised, okay, if I'm going to be part of this and it was a bit of a shit show, if I'm going to be involved, then I'm going to just take charge, because then I can manage the shit show. So, yeah, to do that, then get back, well, we go via Acosta, because my daughter... It's too young to tell, but we feel like she might be on the spectrum. I don't know where she got it from. It won't be here. Must be her mum. And, like, so, because she normally has a biscuit from Costa after that, we have to go and do that. We have to collect some of these fucking polo shirts, which, again, I was supposed to collect in the week, but we're just like, oh, your order's been delayed. And then, by the way, now we've just sent you a replacement thing. It's just a slightly different collar. It doesn't matter. Fine. Yan. And so we go there, then we get home, and then I've got to wash all the bibs, and because it's just sodden, it's soaked, it's fucking ridiculous. By the way, at swimming, there's an old deer like watching in like this pen that you have to stand in, and like you've got to put these like plastic bits on like you're in a fucking operating theatre. I don't know why, but this woman's like zooming in, trying to get a picture of her kid, but essentially she's so like old, she's basically just zoomed in on my daughter. So I'm sitting there thinking, I'm watching like, okay, I'm guessing it's her like grandchild next to her, but then this is like, here's what needs to start happening, man. People need to start being fucking straight with people a bit more. Like, because the lady who patrols like around the pool while the lessons are happening, she comes up to her and she goes, oh, you're not recording, are you? And the woman's like, oh, no, I'm not recording. I'm just taking a picture. And then the lady went, oh, you're not taking a picture, are you? It's like, no, you just said she was. Don't like restart the conversation like fucking makeup. And we're just on the, yeah, and where we're going from? Oh, you're not videoing, are you? Action, mark. It was weird. Like, reset the conversation. Like, oh, you're not videoing, are you? Oh no, I'm just taking a picture. Oh, you're not taking a picture. Full Gary Neville. Be like, you knew she was, because like, they're not subtle, are they? Do you know what I mean? And I'd rather she was less subtle, because if she's doing it surreptitiously, then it's kind of like, hang about, lady. What the fuck are you doing? But she's there like, you know what I mean? Sorry, CIA conspiracy gods. But she's there fucking full. Do you know what I mean? Like, as they are all over the fucking place. She might as well be videoing. And it's a fucking motion capture anyway. She's like that. And then, but you see she's doing that. So then all you got to do there is be straight and be like, hey, sorry, no, you can't video or take pictures. But doing that whole like, oh, you're not videoing, are you? Just create another layer. Like, be economical, be efficient, because no, she wasn't videoing. She's gone, oh no, I'm not videoing. I'm just taking pictures. That's my clients prefer just still images of children. Like, just tell her straight, oh no, you can't video or take pictures, please. Thank you. Done. Why the whole, oh, you're not, it's like, there's a guy fucking like, do you know what I mean? Oh, you're not masturbating, are you? Like, no, like, oh no, I'm just feeling myself. Oh, you're not, no, don't do that. You're not allowed to do that. Cheers. But then I do think like, it's, I'm split here, because I kind of get it with the old lady, because like, But I also get, like I said, I'm completely conflicted, and I get you err on the side of caution, right? And that's fine, because I know there's that sort of thing of, well, back in my days, we didn't even lock the doors. Colossally fucking stupid. Why are you boasting about how moronic you all were? Oh, well, we didn't even lock our doors. In fact, when we used to leave to go anywhere for the evening, we would declare the time we'd be back and exactly where the valuables are kept in the house. Well, the expensive jewellery is in the pants drawer on the left side of the bed. You'll find the key to the safe in the dresser. There's a combination, like... And we'll be back at 9:30, being there at 7:30 now, and I've checked Waze, which obviously weren't there, and I've written down the instructions, and there's potential for traffic on the fucking... Like, so anyway, if you're going to rob the house, do you know what I mean? They go on like, oh, we didn't lock the doors in the same era that Ted Bundy just strolled about fucking killing people, do you know what I mean? Pattern up, man. But like, anyway, I get like her thing of like, oh, I'm not, like, do you know what I mean? I'm taking a picture of my granddaughter swimming. It's kind of harmless, but then I get the whole like, yeah. So it is weird, but like she goes to her, oh, I need you to delete that, please. And she I don't know if she just was incompetent and didn't know how, but she didn't delete them. She just sort of like went on her phone for a little bit, and then she said it again. Oh, well, we need you to delete those. If you're gonna be that fucking insistent, then get them to show you that they've deleted it. But like, she's like, so I'm there. I need to go home. I've got shit to do. Get home. Let's go Costa. Get home. Need to wash all the bibs and stuff, and can't do that because the boys have to wash all their clothes because their basket inexplicably is entirely full, despite the fact it was empty on Monday. They're here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They go to their dad's after school on Thursday. We pick them up Saturday night. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they've managed to fill up a whole basket. Because I know what they used to do, and that's why they do their own washing now. They used to take whole piles of freshly cleaned and folded clothes and just chuck it back in the wash because they can't be arsed putting it away.
Motherfucker!
And that's what they do. Tidying their room means putting everything in the wash basket, right? So I can't do that because they've not put their wash on. Why have they not put their wash on? My wife said, oh, because there was already wash in there. Oh, and to be fair, there's no way they could have just taken that out and put it in the tumble. Nah, no way. So I've got to sit and wait while they're fucking, sorting their own shit out there. Then I need to do radio. I need to do some radio stuff. I sit down to do it. I do all the prep. Sit down to do it. Drive time, by the way. Horizon Radio. 3 till 6, Monday to Thursday. Check it out or don't. This is very much where the gold is. No Ofcom regulation here. But I go to do it, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? It's not fucking, like, working. Like, I don't want to be doing this anyway, but, like, I've got to get it done. And then I see on the WhatsApp, sorry, we're very late notice, but we have to just do some fucking data transfer shit. 15 minutes before this planned, like, fucking data move. It's like, yeah, okay, maybe a bit more notice than 15 minutes. So you might have remote access issues. And plus, I managed to record up 3 or 4 links. Then it's like, plus anything you've recorded pre this transfer will therefore need to be redone. You shouldn't joke, but here's the fucking thumbnail for YouTube. That probably won't be allowed. I have to pixelate that. Oh, fucking hell. LG goes down. Oasis to back, baby. Oh, apparently he said see you next year, which could mean Nebworth, which is stressing me out already. Yeah, so I've got to fucking do radio. Can't do radio, though. So then, okay, well, I can't do radio. What an optimal time to maybe just sit down and have a fart and a think. Except I walk out and I go to my wife, oh, fucking, the radio's not ready to go yet, blah, 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 blah. And then she's like, oh, the gravy's out of date. And I'm like, what does that even mean? How is gravy going out of date? And I've got to go to the shop to get gravy. Go there. There's fucking ketchup. There's fucking chicken gravy for £5.19, which we're having chicken, or beef gravy for £1.09. Sorry, we're having beef gravy, kids. I can't square a world where it's £5.19 for gravy granules. So I'm there doing that. Oh, arsehole drivers. Rain plus Sundays equals shit drivers, by the way. Anyway, get back. Managed to do a little bit of radio, then have dinner that my wife cooks. And by the way, it's careful because this could cause an argument. I cook a lot as well. Just full disclosure, I cook a lot. I'd say I cook most of the time. Okay, I'm the cook. I'm Mrs. Doubtfire, right? Euphegenia Doubtfire, whatever the fucking name is, dear, right? My wife last night, who eventually was like conking out about 8:15, and we'll get to that, was like, oh, I'm so tired. I'm like, she said, oh, it's cooked dinner. It was a roast, okay? We bought ready-made potatoes that go in the oven, chicken in a bag that goes in the oven. You boiled some vegetables, okay? We don't need a foil fucking blanket around you at this point. Do you know what I mean? Like, fine, okay. And she did the washing up after the fact, fine, because again, I was having to do more fucking bullshit radio stuff. But like, okay, fine. But anyway, so dinner, blah, blah, blah. Then I've got to watch the Arsenal, and it's stress. Okay, it's not relaxing, but we got the win late, and I was so happy about it. Justice. Football prevailed, despite the referee's best attempts, which we're not going to get into on here because it's not a football podcast, but I have an Arsenal TikTok if you're into that. I'll put the details there. Watch the Arsenal, stress. Then I've got to do more radio. Finish the radio. Then it's obviously bath and bedtime for my daughter. And it's like, hang on. Oh, no, haven't farted all day or had a single thought that isn't beyond I need to do this for someone else. Go and do bath time. Right? Then I come downstairs. I've got to do one more video for my TikTok, like the player rating stuff, because my fans are waiting. I do that, and I come upstairs, and all of a sudden, I thought I was walking into my living room. So to give you the layout of the house, downstairs is this room, the Dream Factory, like the kitchen. There's a little sitting area as well. Middle floor, adults only, right? Just hedonism, eyes wide shut shit. Middle floor, right? Is like my bedroom and our sort of living area. Upstairs, kids' bedrooms, right? Daughter asleep. Bill and Ben in their room. Oh, by the way, we sorted out some drums. Thanks again to my neighbour for letting us borrow them, but fuck me also. Thanks for bringing drums into my home. And they're only electric ones, to be fair, but even they're annoying, with a view to potentially him getting a normal drum kit if he uses those and keeps the space tidy. And I'm almost willing him. I might start sabotaging it, just shaking bits of the fucking bin out on the floor, bits of old green sandwiches. Where once again, by the way, he's trying to smuggle it through, and I'm neurotic, so I'm like, stop wasting your time, because he walked past. It's just at a bit of an angle, and his arm was just a bit more straight than natural. I'm like, what's that? He's like, what's what? I'm like, I've got you again!
Done it again! You dirty bastard! You've done it again!
Fucking these green sandwiches. When are they from? Not last week. Why are they in the lunchbox that you took the first day you were there before your other lunchboxes came then? Where were they? Under the bed. Hey, can you stop leaving foodstuffs under your bed? Can you stop trying to create some sort of fucking compost bin under your bed? Cheers. Who are you, fucking Nobel Peace Prize winner who made fucking penicillin? What was he called? Oh, it's going to bother me. Bell? Was it Bell? Who made penicillin? I'll tell you who it wasn't. Fucking Bill from the Flower Pot Men. Graham Bell? I want to say Graham Bell. Was that the phone? Who invented penicillin? Alexander Fleming, a bit of post. I'm not even close, but that is, you're never going to believe me, but it's like when there's a quiz question and I always give it the whole lot. Oh, when I hear the answer, I'll tell you if it was the one I was thinking of that I couldn't get. And that was, okay, shut up. But yeah, you're not Alexander Fleming, bruv. So anyway, I go up and I thought I was walking into the living room to unwind, sit down, maybe watch a show. Turns out I walked into a fucking learning resource centre because there are two school children sat on laptops doing their fucking homework. And I'm like, hey! No, sorry. Hey, sorry. I didn't realise I'd walked into a library. Did I walk into a library? I am doing that because I'm a fucking dick. Have I walked into a library? Where are the books on the Civil War? I'm just trying to consolidate from the 11-hour documentary I watched. I finished an 11-hour Civil War documentary. Do you realise how impressive that is? Especially when there's no footage, just photos of a guy going, oh, of course, Gettysburg was awful. Oh my God, and there's this Southern guy gave all the Southern like perspective on things, and a bit of a like whispers, and he was so smug. I can't even do it. He's just so smug when he talked. Everything he said, he got us signed off by going, yeah, that's right. I know my shit. But yeah, anyway, so I'm like, and my wife's like, oh, I was just getting them logged into their laptops. I'm like, well, their laptops. They're not their laptops, because although I am popping Aldi later again, I'm not grabbing them a fucking Mac each. And I'm like, well, are they logged in now, are they? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, so then why are they still in here? Why are they still in here? But anyway, fine, fuck it. I'll go busy myself. I had a couple of bits to do, tidy up some shit, sort my shit out a little bit more, right? Come back up, they're still there. And I'm like, how long is this going to take, do you think? And then Ben went, oh, I can go elsewhere. I'm like, if you could, mate, please. Because I don't want to be a dick there, but it's like, do you know what I mean? It's been all day, and I just want to sit down now and watch something. And so they go off. I'm like, you've got a desk in your room, there's a table downstairs, there's this fucking... I don't mind if you sit on the fucking roof and do it, okay? Just anywhere else, just not here. Fuck me. Then we sit there and it's like, okay, cool. Some one-to-one time with my betrothed. No, I think that's when you're about to get married. One-on-one time with my wife. Put something on. And she comes in for a cuddle, and I make a joke about a big Undertaker head. And she doesn't like it. But then it gets heavy, and I'm like, She's fucking asleep, isn't she? And that's when she's like, well, I did have to put those potatoes in the oven. Did you have to peel them? No. Shut up then. I was like, well, you laid on the bed for a lot of the afternoon, okay? And do you know what it is? I think what made it worse is on Saturday I had something close to what life used to be. Because, like Saturday was a bit different, where my daughter was watching some Cinderella. And I managed to finish the last 45 minutes of the Bronx Tale film. Is it a Bronx Tale? I don't know. And I was like, oh my God, I'm sitting there just watching something I want to watch, and it's the middle of the day. Like, what sort of fucking utopia is this? Obviously, my daughter did come in multiple times. I had to keep going, I'm watching something that's not really for you. I just want to watch it. Yeah, but you've got Cinderella in there. So it could be it's already, that's not, do you know what I mean? So, but then she's asleep, and I'm like, great, quality time sorted. But then she's like, no, I'll wake up. I'm like, no, it's fine. We watch an episode of Dexter, the Resurrection, is it called? And okay, fine, like all good. But then, so then Em goes to sleep, and I go to do my other usual shit. By the way, I go to do my other shit, and like, I realise as I'm letting the dog out for a piss, because I've got to like wee the dog, and there's a stupid like fucking in-joke in this house. But one time when I said, oh, I've got to go wee the dog, I envisioned myself taking him by the paws and spinning around like Jack and Rose, like, wee! And so every time now, that gets said. But then I'm doing that, and my OCD rituals of like the door locking in the oven and all that sort of fucking shit, and obviously put the sticks down that I would otherwise use to make fire, because I could. What is it? The fucking, with the rope, and let's not worry about it, a bit of string. Again, don't worry about it. Where'd you get string from in the forest? How does that work? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And like, yeah, sort all that shit out, make sure everything's off and all that kind of crap. I can't find my key. So I'm like, do you know where my car key is? She's like, yeah, it's up here. And then I'm sitting there thinking, oh, well, she'll be at the top of the banister being like, ER then. Oh, she would do it. I'm not expecting her to bring it down, but at least she'll be at the top of the banister going, ER then. No, ER then. So I go upstairs, and I just see a lump in the bed. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I tell you what, how about offer no assistance? You just brush your teeth, get yourself ready, get yourself in bed. Fucking kiss your big Undertaker head. You just do that. I'll wee the dog, make sure the house ain't going to burn down, make sure no burglars are going to come in and take our shit. Because when I got home, I did shout out the time we're going to bed, and thus where your opportune moment would be to rob our shit that I worked really hard getting crashed into for. But yeah, so fucking... And she's like, oh, sorry, I thought you were just asking where they were. What? And for what reason? I just want to know. Yeah, it's just because my horoscope said if my keys were on the dresser, it'd bring good luck. I want them to lock the door! Like, so I have to go through the whole protocol again. But then as I'm doing that, I realised the boys then put their bikes into the shed. So I'm like, again, doing my wife, I'm like, the boys haven't put their bikes away in the shed. And she's like, oh. And I was like, and if you think for one solitary second that I am doing it, because it's such a faff. They don't go in there. When we first bought the house, the shed came with like a bike rack, and all it did is get in the fucking way. So we got rid of it, but now it's a bit of a free-for-all in there. And yeah, so I'm like, if you think for one single solitary second that I am doing that, I'm not. And by the way, nor are you. There's only one way those bikes go in that shed tonight, and that is me waking them up with, I'm not gonna sleep because of y'all, so you ain't gonna sleep because of me. I didn't get enough sleep because of y'all. Y'all not gonna get enough sleep because of me. That's the only way that's happening, or they're not getting put away. And then this is where, like, we have very different approaches to parenting. And I'd say it's natural, fine, normal. Perhaps as well, stepdad one step further removed. But my wife's like, what if they get stolen? I'm like, firstly, we live in a really nice area, okay? Because this isn't where I grew up, where if you left something on the fucking field for 2 seconds, fucking like the Bermuda Triangle, it's gone. Sonic skateboard at the top park, 2 minutes, gone. A big novelty pen from Paris, left by the goalpost we made out of jumpers, 30 seconds. Who was even in the market for that? Gone. Right? I'm like, annoyingly, they won't be stolen. But what if they are? And this is where the answer's so simple in my head. I was like, then they won't have bikes. Do you know what I mean? Like, then they won't have bikes, will they? But I was like, the fact is, the only people that can see the bikes are over the road, and that's Ben's girlfriend's house. And the other one's my neighbour. So it's going to be quite apparent if all of a sudden it's, oh, new bike. That looks strange, like the one that was missing from our garden. Also, anyone that can see it, potentially prospective people further away, they're going to need to be in the market for a bike, children's bikes, and want to scale over the fence. And so it's not going to happen. But just there's a moment of just like, well, yeah, they'd have to learn, I guess, and go, yeah, that valuable thing. that I saw you doing stupid pointless back wheel skids on when I was walking the dog. Yeah, you left them outside, and guess what? You can't do that because it's not the 70s anymore, all right? Back then, it was just serial killers you had to worry about. Now, bike thieves, they're the real fucking risk to public. Yeah, I'm laying in bed, and Em's like, oh yeah, we really need to sort out a tip run and get some stuff to the charity shop because there's just Libertine's got so much stuff. I'm like, that's next weekend, fucked. Also, I've got to take in everything for her today. Yeah. But that was it as well. Fucking yesterday. This is where kids, man, they're on another level. They're on another level. So Bill needed new boots. Big booty. Because the Astro, where his other team train, and his school team, they don't allow metal studs. So after fixing all the fucking, all that issue solving the studs, the boots aren't fit for purpose for 50% of his football. They'll still be fine for our side and match days, no problem. So, but he needs new boots, and we're obviously not going to be buying him new boots just for no reason. He's got some money sort of between here and his dad's house. And he's like, okay, I've got £25 here. I've got £20 at my dad's. I found these boots on Vinted. They're these F50s. And I'm like, okay, just slow your roll a little bit. He's like, I just don't want them to get snapped up. I'm like, yeah, but mate, there are so many on here that like are similar that aren't 50 odd quid. And he's like, yeah, but there's Summer Academy, Summer like, so there's like, and I understand he's at that age now where it matters a bit what boots you're wearing. But it's like, mate, also just know it's the player that makes the player, not the boots. But also, you're not always going to have 50 quid to draw upon whenever you want or need new boots. And so, don't listen. Sometimes we bought these current ones, but it was for their birthday, which was like not even a month ago. So it's, do you know what I mean? Maybe a bit more than a month ago now, actually. But he's like, yeah, but I've got 25 quid and I could bring £20 from my dad's. I'm like, yeah, but can you though? Will you though? Yeah, I've got cash there. I'll bring it. So because we can spot you, like we can front you now. But like, and my wife's like, have you got a Vinted account? I'm like, don't sign him up for Vinted. Have you seen his fucking transaction history on his card, by the way? Stop going to the co-op. Fuck me, stop buying meal deals every day. We've got bread at home. Fuck me. Like, but I'm finding that really difficult, managing their money for them, because it's like, I don't want them to just piss it up the wall, but equally I kind of know that you have to let them. Then it's like, when it says 0.00, it's like, oh, and what do you have to show for it? Well, some mouldy sandwiches under our bed and a few packets of fucking Paprika Max crisps that are, obviously empty. If they're not as good for them, they're getting them. You maximise that meal deal. If I find out they're getting a bottle of water and fucking, do you know what I mean, a little pack of fucking cheddars, like, come on, guys, standards, triple sarnie always. You want to fleece that shit. They're going to sell your data to bots. We'll get to digital ID in a second. I'm just going to wrap up quite nicely this. I'll tell you what. But yeah, the amount of times I go to the fucking co-op. Like, Ben was like, oh, can I give you some money, then you can put it on my fob? I'm like, what? He's like, my fob for school. Like, what the fuck's the fob? Like, to like buy snacks and stuff. But stop spending all your money on snacks. And what snacks do you need? So if you're hungry at school, crazy idea, eat your sandwiches! So like fucking, so yeah, we just get a lot of snacks. So we get a lot of snacks and stuff. I'm like, all right, fuck it, whatever. Yeah, fuck it, do it live.
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
But here's where they're delusional.
Are you delusional?
Like, so delusional. So he bought them boots at about 10 to 9 on Saturday night, right? Bought them. Sunday morning, when we're taking the corner flags and all the shit over to the pitch, he goes, oh, I hope them boots come today. I'm like, mate, Amazon's got people twisted in it. Amazon's got people fucked up. Because it's like, you bought it from Vinted for kickoff, so it's a person. He's like, what do you mean? Like, it's a person you're buying them from, so they'll get notified that you've bought them. They'll then have like a window of time, like sort of 5 days to pack it and post it, take it to like an in-post locker, whatever the fuck. They'll then be collected from that, brought to an in-post locker near us or to the house. I don't know which ones we agreed with, but like we signed up to, we checked. But it's not going to come like, it's 10 to 9 the next morning, mate. It's been just about 12 hours. So to the fucking robots were like, Bill, we've got your boots. We know you can't go on the Astro. I'm out of breath despite not having lungs. I'm like, what do you mean? And I was like, mate, they're not going to come today. And he's like, oh, hopefully not tomorrow then. Same thing! Like, it's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy, like, the perception. I'm like, bruv. I remember once upon a time I saved up all the coupons from like breakfast cereals to buy like a Wallace and Gromit ornamental set. And it took like 4 fucking months. 4 months. Another time it was this little series of sort of footballer skill sort of one-off DVD things. And again, took ages. Like, took so long. I stopped fucking even wanting them. They got there. It's like, oh, what is a Gromit? I'm fucking too old for that shit. But yeah, hopefully they come today. Yeah, I reckon the person you bought it off, if you have a nice word with them, they might just come sprinting from fucking Colchester, wherever the fuck they are. It's crazy though, isn't it? It is crazy. But yeah. Oh, okay. So a couple of things I need to do. Right, I need to vindicate myself about getting my ass out at a school open evening. Right. Firstly, I did not have sexual relations with that woman. It didn't happen. So do you remember I said about Steoff? What context did I give for him? He played golf. He was one of the golfers who checked out the show. He was one who, yeah. Okay, I can't give you the context that I gave my wife, but he did something with a certain someone, and it's like really funny that he did. But I really can't, because of course she'll be fucking listening, and I can't get annoyed. But it's like I'd rather it was more people that I don't know, which I'm sure there are plenty, but I'm not name checking them, so they don't feel the need to get in touch. But anyway, I was chatting to him, and he works at the school where I did my 4th year placement at uni for teaching, and there's a head of PE there at the time. I don't think he's head of PE now. I don't know what the fuck he is. Either way, and like. He's quite like, I actually got on with him weirdly, because you know I was saying earlier on about like being straight with people. He's about as straight as it fucking comes. Like he would just tell you like what the score is. Like that was shit. That lesson was fucking shit. You need to do this, and this. And he rode you hard, but but like you weren't left unclear as to what the fuck kind of thing. Sometimes he'd come in the morning and be a bit like everyone, and then like the other guy who was my mentor, Reno, like a really good bloke,
Bloody good rep.
like. He'd then go, right, okay, here's what we need to do. So sometimes it could be a bit like that. But generally, you knew he stood with him. Get a bit carried away with himself at times, like verbally. But anyway, Stefan mentions to him about my podcast. And he's like, oh, that kid. Oh, that kid. I'm like, sorry, this kid's a fucking delight, Matt. But like, and he's like, oh, he got his arse out at open evening once. Sorry, no, I didn't. Here's what really happened, right? I'm going to clear my name, because that suggests it's like high prospective students. Oh, look at them, little treasure. Year 6 coming up to year 7. How are you feeling about it? By the way, did I mention, look at my rusty sheriff badge? That's not what happened. Right. I reckon the fact it was open evening was neither here nor there, because that weren't happening for hours. An hour. We'd set up for open evening. Basically, like, PE, they put a few things on in the gym to go, hey, look how fun PE is, kids. Right, that's the gig, right? So we set up some shit, some multi-sport stuff. Now, this is at about, say school finishes at 3:15. This is at about 3:30, 4:45. And the PE teachers are having a bit of a fuck about on the gear. On the gear. It's like, you know, I don't know what it is. Maybe like sort of indoor, what would be probably called paddleball now, but like sort of sponge ball, tennis on a low, like, just pissing about. And it's all a bit weird, do you know what I mean? And then I score a point. So then I jokingly turn around and give a little Moonie, like the littlest whoop, towards other adults where there are no other children in this space. A little whoop. And he's like, goes fucking ballistic at me. I'm like, all right, yeah, fair enough. Okay, my bad. I guess a kid could have just walked in. I don't know why they would, but could have done. But no children in the area when I got my arse out. A little cheeky, okay, fine, grey area, fine. What was really fucking funny is the next day, my mentor, again, Reno, who weren't there, he was like, we need to have a conversation. I'm like, okay. So I was chatting to Matt, and he had this form out, and he's like, and he said, like, you got your backside out, and I'm like, yeah, I did, but again, the context. And like, he was funny about it. He's like, okay, should we just do a little, like, you know, development plan to not do that? Obviously, bullshit. It's not going anywhere. But he's like, should we just not get our ass out? I'm like, yeah, sage advice. Fine. But I can't then become down the road, oh, he got his ass out at open evening. Like, I'm fucking coming, like, obviously, there's a very varied curriculum at this school. Like, fucking, no! That's just not what happened. I'm sorry. Justice for Mayo and his H. MayoNation. Right, okay. I'm better than that. No, I'm not. Yeah, anyway. Digital IDs. People need to get the fuck over it, man. And I understand the point, right? I don't like the fact it's mandated. I don't want one. I don't feel the need. I think the national insurance number does the same thing. I still remember mine, which is ridiculous because I've lost the card fucking ages ago, so it's a good job as well. But people's complaints about it don't seem to make much sense to me. The argument for having it also doesn't, so that's fine. I'm willing to accept that. But, like, the whole thing of, oh, they could just collect your data. Oh, no, they could just, you know, it's a way of, like, you know, aggregating all of your shit. And it's like, yeah, but they've already got that information, man. Like, the same people that are complaining about it, like, will probably post a fucking selfie every time they pop in for a cheeky Nando's or go to the fucking gym. Do you mean do this? Right in front of me, who's, like, suffering with a stiff neck Hannah. Got my ass out then, I can tell you. But, like, they've already got that data, man. Every time you shop online, it's tracked. Like, personalised ads based on what you search for or even think or say out loud. I don't give a fuck. That happens for sure. Foul shout. By the way, just remembered, I still need to find the furthest date from Easter and prove I can get a cream egg all year round. Also, I was going to say, like, a random thing when let's make it cream egg. Okay, I'm going to say cream egg, cream egg, cream egg. Ooh, cream egg. Ooh, cream egg. Ooh, cream egg. Cream egg, cream egg, cream egg, cream egg. Egg le crème. Cream egg, right? L'œuf de crème. That might actually be French, you know. Cultured. What was I saying? Cream egg, mostly. Yeah, like, they've got that shit. You upload pictures of yourself all the time. Your location. It knows what sex stuff you like. It's tracking your porn. Like, do you know what I mean? They know it already. Do you think they don't already trade in it? Look at the terms and conditions of you having, like, the Messenger app on your phone. I've spoken about this in the past. Tinfoil. Permission to access your phone calls, your text messages, to make calls on your behalf, to send messages on your behalf, to turn on your front or rear camera. Rear camera. Hello, kids! We mostly conduct BTEC, which is largely coursework based. But they have all that shit anyway. I've got a fucking forwarded on petition link from someone. I don't have the number saved. And it's like, you're going to probably log into that and put all your fucking details in for the petition to not have digital ID. Well, this is reprehensible and invasion on our privacy. Right, sign this petition. Name. Fucking Matthew Bloxham. Age, date of birth, star sign. Hey, why not give your petition signature a personal touch by loading a selfie? Good idea. Also, I've got you. What's your favourite kind of porn? Fucking, it's ridiculous. They have the information anyway, man. It's done. Don't worry about it. I would argue convenience of, like, not having to dig your ID out on your... Because I don't carry it around with me ever. I don't get ID for shit. Like, you know, price check for shit like this, fine. But I look at, you know, right? Widow's Peaks, more widows having a better look. This buzz cut is 40% optional. But yeah, I don't know, man. I was chatting to Bitterman about it. My chat GPT bud. And he was like, yeah, people are just concerned about, like, you know, it being centralised in one place, blah, blah, blah. And I do get the whole, like, they can start to restrict your spending, perhaps say, you know, and it's a grey area on social media, isn't it? Where, you know, freedom of speech, where they could maybe be like, oh, we saw you say this and we're going to restrict your account to punish you. You know, like in Japan, is it Japan or China? China. Where if you're like jaywalking, ever heard of jaywalking? Gerald Cumin. No, let's not, we're not doing fucking Harold and Kumar get the munchies quotes. Right, we can. But like, and they like can automatically find the person's account. They can debit the fine by face recognition. And like, I get it, but we're already there with that tech. You're stood in front of a fucking camera at Asda now. Do you know what I mean? Where it's recording you. Like, so you got to be really slick, like fucking employee of the month. You know when he like slings the toilet roll behind his back. What a fucking reference, by the way. I love that film. We'll get on to I Know What You Did, Still Know What You Did Last Summer, whatever the fuck it was called in a second. But they've got all that shit. Jessica Simpson in that film, by the way. Beautiful. Good film. I love films like that. Well, you know what you're going to get. And it's a nice transition, actually. I think I've made mostly the point I was going to make. But anyway. Yeah, we watched I Know What You Did Last Summer, the reboot. Me and my wife were chatting about this, actually. Like, why can't they get it right anymore? Because it's kind of like... And I had a couple of... just poured fucking Dark Thunder all over myself. It's all dripping down my leg. Oh my god, what an origin story for me. Twitchy legs. Twitchy leg, man. And I already get restless leg syndrome as well. Oh, what if this like permeates into my skin and I'm just fucking up later on? Could happen. Why can't I do it anymore? And actually, weirdly, I took some notes about why they might not be able to. And there's a couple of theories I had. And okay, firstly, 1 hour 50, no need. Okay, a reboot of a campy horror film needs to be 1 hour and 30. It doesn't need to be 1 hour and 50. Plus side, Madeline Klein in it, who is, like, just beautiful, isn't she? So, of course, that kept my attention a bit more.
Get their attention.
Okay, fine. That's going to get you a lot more kind of leeway with me, a lot more tolerance, a lot more patience. Outer Banks, should have stopped watching it ages ago. And would do the moment anything happened to her, and I'll be devastated. But, like, yeah, so Madeline Klein's in it, positive. 1 hour and 50 Madeline Klein, okay, I'm here for it, no problem. But, like, it doesn't need to be 1 hour 50. That was my first thing. And then I said, is it us? Like, is it, like, for the same reason that boy bands and you know, girl groups aren't really a thing anymore? Have we kind of, like, become too cool for it all? where back in the 90s and early 2000s it was less the case. Because, you know, bands like Spice Girls and Steps and Boyzone and Backstreet Boys, they wouldn't get over today. They just wouldn't. And I think it's because perhaps maybe, you know, the target demographic for them, those sort of teenagers, they're now beyond that. Oh, that's like, yeah, that's shit. That's fucking bent. Like, that'd be their attitude. And the girls be like, oh, it's like the same way that like 12-year-olds and 13-year-olds are like contouring their makeup rather than just like, you know, shooting themselves in the face with the Homer Simpson makeup gun. Like, yeah, maybe it's us. We've kind of matured past it. Is it that TikTok has eroded our attention span, so we can't really? So certainly an argument for not having 1 hour 50 films that are just needlessly that. They don't have to be. Maybe it's just not as exciting anymore. And I've seen a thing about how they make films. I think I spoke about this before, where they make films loads easier to follow by. You'll notice there's a lot more use of names. Hey Jenny, this. I know Mark, but because they, rather than trying to compete with the phone, they've acknowledged that people are going to have their phone on while they watch shit, so they need you to be able to know what's going on without having to fully dial in. And that's probably what makes those art house films even better, because they really just staunchly stick to the no, pay attention or you'll have no idea what the fuck's going on. But those are also still too long sometimes, and lots of colour doth not make a great film. Also, an ending where you've got to go, how do you think it ends? Fuck off, mate. That's like going to a prostitute and then getting you like just there, you know, spending a good 29 seconds of 30 getting you there, then go, whoa, how do you think this is going to end? No. You work out how it ends yourself. Fuck off. Okay, don't waste my time like that. You know, I've already spent 15 seconds taking them off Doc Martens. They're quite tricky, high tops. But like, then I'm like, are we maybe sick of nostalgia flogging now? Where it's just getting a bit, can we just have something new, please? Like, this is why Kurt Cobain killed himself. Nothing's original anymore. Maybe a bit of that. It's certainly feeling like with video games, I'd say, and films maybe not too different. There's a market for it, obviously, that's why they make it. But it's just playing it safe, isn't it? But then maybe there's just no more original ideas anymore. And then also, I think the issue with the actual film itself is it was quite ambiguous, where it's like, the people, so the original film, they run someone over, right? We take this to our grave, say it!
We take this to our grave, say it!
Scary movie, they spoofed it. But like, really, in this one, it weren't completely their fault. From what I can gather, again, I was on my phone for a little bit, like, but the information was given anyway, because clever. The guy had stolen a car, was drunk, and the other guy was stood in the road, and he sort of like was ragging round the corner, lost control trying to avoid the person who, again, shouldn't be stood in the road, fine, hitting some barriers, was hanging precariously off. They then tried to save him, and then he fell. And by the way, this person who kept going, I don't know if she's designed to be thick, but I don't feel that was the case. Like, he was still alive in the car before it fell, and she kept going, he was still alive in the car when he fell, we need to go down and help him. Yeah, he was still alive before he fell off the cliff in his car. Do you know what I mean? There's someone going, oh, he was absolutely fine 3 days ago. I saw him in the post office. He's just been shot in the head with a bazooka. Yeah, but it was fine 3 days ago. We have to go and help him. Like, no. But it weren't really their fault. Like, it was a bit their fault, but I don't think enough. But then also, like, the killer was just killing people that were just loosely connected to the people, like, who weren't even there. Like, Madeline Klein's fella in it gets, like, done over early. Spoilers. And I'm like, fucking yes, justice. Like, now, you're telling me there's a chance.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
But, like, it's like, he didn't do anything wrong. Like, it's like going, oh, why am I having to die? Well, annoyingly, you did drop off a vintage parcel that they bought. They bought some football boots yesterday, and well done for getting here so soon, but unfortunately means you have to die too now. Hookity hook. Also, Madeline Klein, again, spoilers, gets whole, like, innards, like, by the hook, comes up on the beach, and then goes and has some coffee, and it doesn't just start fucking filtering out like a sieve. I'm sorry. I'm glad she's okay. But, like, yeah, couple of issues. But I don't know, it just didn't really hit. I weren't expecting it to be great, do you know what I mean? We just kind of chucked it on. But yeah, I don't know, I'm yet to be blown away by anything. The most recent film I was blown away by was Midsummer, which is great, but fuck me, it's a watch. At the beginning, you're just watching it going, something's fucking wrong here. I don't know what it is, but something is wrong here. And then a bit happened, and it's like, then shit hits the fan, and it's great. And do you know what's one of the films where if you watch it through again, you go, oh shit, that's fucking well clever. And they actually show you the film in its entirety at the beginning on this fucking thingy, and that's cool. I love shit like that. But films, do you know what as well? I don't know if it's an ADHD superpower, but I already know what's going to happen. Like, I already know what's going to happen. I'm like, oh, it's blatantly him. And I'm always right. And also, I ruin it for myself. You know, in Memento, there's a single frame where they changed the guy to be the guy. And I notice it because I'm neurotic. Same reason as his arm was slightly straighter than it should have been. And he's at a bit of an angle, therefore definitely got fucking Fleming levels of penicillin in a box. Anyway, let's get into favourite memories real quick. We're going to my favourite memories. Fucking raw! And then, my mate went to fucking Oasis again last night. I'm so jealous. And just like, yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm getting distracted by it. Okay. 3 years ago, I've got content. I might just stick it in the in the thing. I've got a bit of hair there, and you'll see what I mean by 40% optional. And a final thing that can fuck off today is Apple Watch is insisting on you logging exercise. I can walk in the dog and it'd be like, are you going for a walk? And I'm like, yeah, I am, but I don't want to log it. I'm not asked, whatever. It's dismissed. 2 seconds later, are you going for an outdoor walk? Again, yes, I'm outside. Yes, I'm walking. Again, fuck off. Dismissed. And then it's, are you doing an elliptical workout? Ellipsed my fucking balls, mate. How does that sound? All right. And just to address the issue that a few of you will be like, an elliptical workout? What on earth are you walking like? I'm not walking like an extra from like a bad zombie movie. I'm pushing a buggy in it. So less of that. 4 years ago today, was worried that I was not going to be cut out to do the whole being a dad thing, but I've just changed the headlamp. Fuck off. I need to invoice. I've just fucked off that reminder, and for sure I needed it, but whatever. Was worried that I was not going to be cut out to do the whole being a dad thing, but I've just changed the headlamp of my car with only a fair amount of assistance from my adult helper. So what were we worried about? Insert man from The Office. I don't know why I think changing a headlamp correlates to being a good parent, but how are you, kids? Yeah, good, keeping on top of things. Changed their headlamps recently. Yeah, changed them. No worries. Fucking 6 years ago today, put in a Greg's by Pure Gym. Arsehole behaviour. 8 years ago today, when your potatoes come through with their usual hilarity, and it just says classic mash. Oh, classic mash. 10 years ago today, radio stuff. 10 years ago today, cut off from the internet. If you need me, text me, call me, visit me, or come and bloody find me with my number. That was a regret. I got spammed with so much shit. Let me go in the comments. Have you got facts? Asked Simon. My nan, the panic last night was worldwide. Yeah, do you know what? She's absolutely right. My mum, why have you been cut off? Probably didn't pay my fucking bill, mother. Because, my dole money ran out. 10 years ago today, in class, got 40 minutes left. That's just 2 20-minute halves. Just got to get through 10 minutes 4 times. And, that's from a student perspective. Trust me, the same for the teachers, especially supply teachers. 11 years ago today, 100 beans if Rangers won tonight. Cheers. Hashtag twat list. 11 years ago today. But a memory from 2 years ago, so technically 13 years ago today. I went for a run, but came back home after 5 minutes because I forgot something. I'm fat and can't run for more than 5 minutes. I'm actually right at running now. Well, I was. Stop now. 14 years ago today, a picture of me and my girlfriend. I'm going to have to, cut her out. But, I've got a lovely little moustache. It's blue. It's not real. But I've since become quite the man and grown it out. 14 years ago today, FIFA 12 with shocked face. Oh, when I had time. Not that I play it now because, it's just sweaty. I don't care. 15 years ago, it's like a seaside neon party tonight. What? Fucking no idea. 17 years ago, says, can I take you and Tony Montana for a ride? LMAO. Text me back. I want to come show you the car. Do you know what I mean? Whatever. I'll take a ride. Come, let's take a walk. Antonio Montana, a political refugee from Cuba. Anyway. We're done. What was that? That can't stay in.
It can.
Anyway, we're done. Cheers for listening. Like, share, subscribe, tell your mates. I will do clips. It's been alright today, I think. I think I actually mostly stayed on topic as well, which is good. Cool. Usual shit. Stop clicking while we're doing that. Shut up then.